What's up guys, welcome back to a new Jujutsu Kaisen chapter video. Today we have chapter 162. A fairly decent chapter showing the greatness of our boy Yuji. Big brain energy as well, which is good to see from him. Some minor Megumi stuff, but kinda a setup chapter for the later portion. And a new character being revealed, which I'm guessing will be playing a part next chapter when someone arrives to where he is. We have a few things to talk about, so yeah, hope you enjoy. Let's begin. Before I continue, make sure you're subscribed, and if you're an absolute mad lad, check out the other stuff in the description, like the Discord and Patreon. Now, back to the video. Similar to last chapter with Yuji absolutely clapping the rocket hair ladylike character, we have Yuji fighting this propeller hair type dude. Pretty cool panels of Yuji just jumping around from building to building trying to keep up with him, being able to actually grab him and slam him through part of this building here, showing how superhuman Jujutsu Kaisen really is and how absolutely monstrous power wise our boy Yuji currently is, especially now where he's just instantly serious and ready to go. We see that the propeller dude thinks he has trapped Yuji here, is going to slice him up. But our boy Yuji decides to use his brain, which is quite deadly in combination with his power. But the question is, how does he use it? He says this: no matter how hard it is, a head is still a head. A weakness. So of course, just strike the head and get it done with. And that's what he does, claps this guy. The propeller dude survives the initial blow and thinks that Yuji actually sacrificed his arm to land that blow. But of course, Yuji is superhuman, of course his hand isn't broken. And then lands another direct kick, which pretty much leaves this guy unconscious. Then out of nowhere, we have this other guy who actually calls out Yuji's name, which of course shocks him. These people aren't meant to know his actual name. But we realize that this person is aware of the legend of Yuji, which is currently growing, which is pretty interesting. And I like that aspect, how all the crazy stuff he's been doing throughout Jujutsu Kaisen isn't going kinda unnoticed in the broader world of the, Jujutsu Kaisen world, which is pretty cool. Him being known as the Tiger of West Junior High back before he joined, Jutsu High and everything like that. But that's pretty much everything we get mainly regarding Yuji this chapter. From there we cut to Megumi, who's with this new character known as Remy, I believe. So we have them two talking to one another. It's revealed that Remy is a current sorcerer, not one from the past. And that sorcerers who were already in the area where the colony or the culling game colonies spawned were by default entered into the culling games, and that this colony has been going on for 12 days. So it feels bad. The non-sorcerers, as we saw last chapter with Brain, were able to leave, but the actual sorcerers just got very unlucky. So Remy was one of those people. Regardless, she's still being a little bit sus, and a lot of people on Twitter when the last chapter came out we're talking about how her hair looks kind of like a scorpion-like stinger, at least the end of it. So perhaps her curse ability has something to do with poison or scorpions. That could be pretty interesting. And if that is the case, all the Jujutsu Kaisen fans are on the good shit at, predicting what's going on. Apart from that, they also talk about how the current sorcerers part of the games are also on their killing rampage crazy mode, similar to the sorcerers from like 1000 or etc. years ago. How all sorcerers pretty much participating in the culling games are acting in a similar fashion, not a separation like Megumi was initially thinking. So yeah, that got confirmed. So current and old sorcerers are all on their mad shit. Then for the next portion of the chapter, we cut in between Yuji's group and Megumi's group, with the new characters acting like guides and leading them to the areas where the strongest sorcerers are, which are gathered around, as they say, the most prosperous places. So of course the initial question both Yuji and Megumi asked, where is Higuruma? And then both of them say different places. So Yuji and Megumi, one of them is going to end up finding where Higuruma is, and one of them is going to be led to this new character which is introduced in the last chapter here. We see like these money on tickets, so probably something to do with gambling or something perhaps. But this guy, long hair, tattoo on his arm, he may perhaps be a sorcerer from 1,000 years ago. But my personal guess, based on these tickets, which of course are modern, he's most likely a current sorcerer, with the tattoo on the side of the arm, I believe according to the translation, meaning conviction or determination or something like that. But he says, bring me my next pitiful prey. So one of them is going to be baited into seeing this guy and most likely end up fighting him, and the other person is going to actually be guided to the right place. So if I had to guess, so far the Remy girl has seemed more sus, but based on what we're reading, Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm gonna guess Yuji is being baited to go see this new character, and Megumi is being led by this girl to the real place, and that she's this being sussy for another reason, not to deal with this guy. But yeah, that's my prediction regarding that. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Again, a fairly decent chapter. I enjoyed it. Hopefully we don't enter a new break week and the next chapter comes out next week. But yeah, that should be everything for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord, follow Twitter. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.